The lantern at the end of the village. Hello, children, and everyone who is listening right now. Welcome to this warm and gentle bedtime story time. Tonight, I invite you to slowly set down all your tiredness. Close your eyes softly and listen to the story of a lantern at the end of a village. This story will guide us to find hope, even in the darkest night. When you're ready, let's begin together. The lantern at the end of the village. Once upon a time, there was a small village, hidden among rice fields and old trees. When the sun slipped beyond the horizon, darkness slowly covered everything. The narrow dirt road became quiet, with only the soft sound of crickets in the night. At the very end of the village, there was a lantern, hanging in front of an old wooden hut. The lantern was not bright, not large, but it glowed with a soft golden light, warm and gentle. No one knew exactly when the lantern had first been lit. People only knew that every single night it shone there, never once going out. There was a young boy named Tian. He often walked past the lantern on his way home, on days when he felt tired, on days when he lost something important, or on days when other children teased him. Every time Tian reached the end of the village, he would stop, stand quietly, and look at the lantern's light. And somehow, the heaviness in his heart would slowly fade away. One night, the darkness felt deeper than ever. A light rain fell, the wind blew strongly, and the road was slippery and silent. Tian had to walk home alone. He felt afraid and missed his mother dearly. Then, the familiar golden light appeared at the end of the path. The same lantern was still shining, unshaken even by the rain. Tian quickened his steps. When he reached the lantern, he saw an old man carefully lighting the wick. "Grandfather," Tian asked softly, "why do you light the lantern every night?" The old man smiled, a smile as warm as the lantern's glow, and said, "Because in this village, there were people who once lost their way, people who once cried, and people who once believed that no one was waiting for them." He paused for a moment, then continued gently, "This lantern is not meant to chase away the darkness. It is meant to tell someone there is still a light waiting for you." That night, Tian walked home with a warmer heart. He fell asleep with the image of the lantern glowing in his mind. As time passed, Tian grew up. He traveled far away, experiencing joyful days and difficult ones. But no matter where he was, on the nights when he felt most lost, the image of the lantern at the end of the village would always return to his heart. Many years later, Tian returned to his village. The old wooden hut was still there, but the grandfather was gone. Yet the lantern was still shining, just as it always had. This time, Tian was the one who lit the lantern for someone somewhere who might be walking through the darkness, searching for a small light to remind them that they are not alone. And so, our bedtime story for tonight comes to an end. If tonight you feel tired, lost, or lonely, please remember, there is always a lantern shining somewhere, waiting for you. Thank you for listening until the end. May you sleep peacefully and feel warmth in your heart. Good night, and see you again in the next story.